And these are real issues. These are real issues.
Dr. Hal Marchand teaches in the Health Sciences and Social Work Department at Western Illinois University, as well as social worker Lori Smith-O'Con. Both have not tried 23andMe, but they express personal concerns about how the service is conducted.
At first, I thought it sounded like a lot of fun. You know, who wouldn't want to know a little bit more about their background and maybe perhaps even their genetic risk? But when I thought about it a little bit more and I listened to my colleagues, I realized that there were some concerns that were out there.
23andMe tests for 10 different diseases, but O'Con is worried. Even though they say not to take any results as a diagnosis, she still raises concerns with how a person reacts if they receive a disease risk, especially if it's not accurate.
How would that influence your life is if you learned that you were at risk for a genetic problem that had no cure.
Just last year, the FDA allowed for 23andMe to test for health conditions after the company made customers aware of the potential to cause anxiety.
You should look at it as a conversation starter that you would have with your healthcare professional.
Dr. Marchand and Professor O'Con also feel the DNA information could potentially get into the wrong hands if there are not safeguards in place to protect where it goes.
Once you've signed on the dotted line in center, you no longer have control over your DNA.
What happens to the information once it's available?
23andMe includes in their privacy policy that they only share the information with their service providers and third parties, but say they cannot guarantee the security of information because the data is sent electronically. However, once the saliva sample is sent to the lab, their policy says no contact information is required or provided. Lab workers are instructed to dispose it and only use the barcode label attached with the kit.
Encourage people to do it, but I think it's going to be based on if they're really wanting that kind of self-discovery.
Information out there that they can talk to their physicians or some genetic counselors, maybe do some reading, and just learn a lot more about the service.